I have a confession to make. I wear the same outfit every day. That's right. Every day of my life for probably about 10 years, I've been wearing the same thing. Now, I have multiple versions of the same thing, so I do wash my laundry on occasion. Sometimes I wear the exact thing I wore yesterday if it's not dirty. But really, I just have like multiple versions of the same thing. And here's what it is. I wear, when I'm at home, I wear my Haflinger house shoes, which have rubber soles, and they're kind of like slippers, and they're super comfortable. But they can go outside, and then I don't have like wet slippers, because nobody likes wet slippers, you guys. Nobody likes wet slippers. So I wear my Haflinger house shoes, and then I wear my Hanes 100% cotton black socks. And let me tell you, they recently discontinued these, or I can't find them. And they're not like fancy socks, but I buy them by the dozen, and now I can't find them, and they do wear out. And then they're the only socks I like, and I'm having a little bit of a crisis because I can't seem to like find another brand of socks that does the trick. These socks are like so important to me that if I reach into my sock drawer in the dark, I can find the socks just by feel, because they're magnificent. Anyway, my sock problems. I'm sorry to burden you with my sock problems. Socks, slippers, black leggings, of course, and then like a shirt dress smock thing that hits like mid-thigh. I love the legging thing, but I'm not 14 and I'm also not a yoga instructor, so I do like to cover my butt, so I do that with the, the smock. And then I'll wear a black cardigan or, maybe another kind of a shirt. And then I like to really mix it up with my scarves. I can wear all sorts of patterns and colors with the scarves, especially winter in Minnesota. I kind of need it for the warmth. Offering my my audience something new, a different color around my neck. I do also feel like the scarf, like it might kind of like date me as a crazy art lady. Like it kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure what message I'm sending with my scarf obsession, but the shoe fits. I wear it, right? If the scarf fits, to heck with it. I am in fact a crazy art lady. Don't judge me. Okay. So my colors: black, of course, gray black, of course, gray, naturally, gray brown sometimes when I want to get a little crazy. I've been flirting just a little bit with olive green, like a dark, almost black olive green. That's been fascinating to me. Occasionally, navy is a curiosity to me. I haven't quite been able to make navy work, but I'm always interested in the concept of making navy work. And then denim. So those are my things. That's what I do. I do it every single day. I've been doing it for like 10 years. And as it turns out, I'm not alone in wearing the same thing every day. Einstein was a guy who wore the same thing every day. He would wear the same suit. He had a couple of them. And when the one suit was being laundered, then he'd wear the other suit. And it was exactly the same suit. So he literally just wore that thing every single day. I imagine he changed his underthings. Although I'm not really in a position to speak to Einstein's underwear. But if anybody does have research on that, please let me know. That would be fascinating information. Another guy who, of course, famously wore the same thing was Steve Jobs. He wore his turtleneck and his jeans, and that was his thing. And it's really an amazing thing to automate. And I actually read this really amazing book a few years ago, which I'm going to have to flash it up in the screen here because I don't remember the name of the author, but I believe the book was called Habit. I'll confirm this. It'll be right here as soon as or maybe right here, or just right on top of my face. I'm not really sure. It's going to be here somewhere. And then you will be able to buy it and read it because it's really good. But what the author of this book wanted to talk about is the function of self-discipline in our life and the function of habit. And there was a couple of takeaways from this book that have literally changed the way that I think and operate. And so just a little background on the nature of self-discipline. We think of self-discipline as something that we do in the moment to benefit our future self. So we might like to eat the cupcake right now, but we know that if we decline the cupcake, our future self will be happier. We might like to buy the venti orange frappuccino with extra whip, but we know that maybe saving $7 will benefit our future self, and so we just get a black coffee for free at the office or something. We might like to not go to the gym and watch some TV. That would benefit our carnal nature right now, but we know that our future self will be benefited by going to the gym. So that's like the way we normally think about self-discipline, which is super valid. Like, that is absolutely true. We discipline our childish ways in the moment for the benefit of our future self. And hello, welcome to adulting. That is the nature of being an adult, is that we sacrifice the moment in future consideration of our future selves. So this is all true and good. But what the gentleman said in this book is that self-discipline is actually a muscle. And it's a muscle that gets recharged overnight. So you go to sleep, your self-discipline fills up, you have like all the self-discipline you're going to get for the day in the morning, and then over the course of the day, depending on how you're making decisions, the self-discipline muscle is tapped out, which is why a lot of diets fail at 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. because you're out. You are tapped out. You have used all your self-discipline up over the course of the day, and by 10 p.m. you're like, screw it, I'm eating ice cream, and I'm going to stay up too late, and I'm going to watch dumb YouTube videos. Self-discipline is this muscle, and you tap it throughout the course of the day. The other thing that the author of this book said about the self-discipline muscle is that self-discipline is not necessarily just the limited version that I just gave you, like cupcake or no cupcake, gym or no gym, but it's actually any decision at all. And the decisions may not have any moral imperative. It might be like, what should I have for breakfast? Yogurt and banana or oatmeal? Which route should I take to work? What should I wear? Should I do my emails first? Should I work on this project first? Where should I have lunch? What should I order off the menu? Should I go to the gym? If I go to this class, should I go to that class or this class? Etc., etc., etc. It's all the decisions we make in our life, which we can all agree, in this modern world, there's a lot of decisions that we have to make, right? Every day, tons of decisions. So he said that self-discipline is not just like cupcake or no cupcake. It's like yogurt or oatmeal. It's not something that really is about our future self. It's just like a decision you're making in the moment. So that means when you like open up your closet in the morning and you're like, what should I wear? It doesn't really matter if you choose the blue dress or the red dress, but what you are doing is you're tapping your willpower muscle by making that simple choice. And for some people it's not so simple, because I definitely have had moments when there's been an hour in front of the closet trying to figure out what to wear. In the old days when I was in my teens and young 20s, I used to write down everything I wore in my little notebook, because heaven forbid I would wear something that I wore 2 weeks ago and somebody would notice, Josie, I saw you wearing those Guess jeans 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. Anyway, at some point about 10 years ago, I decided, screw it. I am no longer going to decide what I'm going to wear. I'm just going to wear the same thing, because it's not a value for me. It's like some people, they might get a lot of creative pleasure out of choosing what to wear, and that's totally cool. If that's you, go for it. It's not a judgment about those of you that do choose to change your clothes every day. It is just something that I've discovered helps to automate my life so that I can spend my self-discipline chooser, my decision-making muscle, for things I really care about, for things that are really essential in my life, which are things like my creative practice and my strategizing my business and being present for my family and friends and being available to my own heart. There's a number of things that I really care about, and I want my chooser and my decision-making abilities to be in full flower so I can really attack those things that I think are high values for me. What I wear is not a high value. It just doesn't really matter to me. Same thing with what I eat. It's much easier for me if I just eat the same thing every day. I don't have breakfast, I'm intermittent fasting. So don't have breakfast, my first meal of the day, same thing every day. Just like my outfit is the same outfit every day. And the more systems that I can automate, the smoother my life is. And interestingly enough, the more creative my life is. Because it just means I'm not wasting my energy on irrelevant topics that I don't care about. If the systems are all in play, then they're all just running in the background and I don't have to think about it. And then I can really put my effort towards the stuff that I think is super valuable. So, do you have systems that you're automating or have automated? Does this resonate with you? Tell me your thoughts below. I want to hear all about it. Also, if you are an artist who is thinking about or is already starting to sell your work, I would love to connect with you. I have a free resource. It is 10 different venues where you can sell your art. And they're all things that I've tried. And some of them, have been more successful than others, but I've listed off the 10 venues. It's not just galleries and Etsy's, friends. There's a lot of different ways to go about this. And I've given you pros and cons and everything, and all you have to do is go to josielewis.com/artbiz. The link is below or above, and you will, I'll send that to you right away. And then also, if you put yourself in that list, even if you're already on another list of mine, this will kind of like categorize you as someone who is interested in expanding their artistic business life, because I'm really interested in that lately, and I want to create some resources for you. I also want to connect with you. So I'll be pulling people off that list for a Skype call or a FaceTime, because I want to just hear more about you. So please sign up. That would be awesome. If you're new to me, you can find more about my whole world at my website, josielewis.com. You can see me on Instagram, on YouTube, on Pinterest, on TikTok, all of the things. All the normal things as Josie Lewis Art. And I'd love to see you in all those places. Please subscribe and like this video. Oh my gosh, that guy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, there we go. Done.